Hey, 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 how you doing? Say how you doing. Say how you doing. All right, guys, wait for you guys to get on up in here so we can start this show. Get this show on the road, baby. Now, y'all read the title, right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the man's point of view, then I'm going to have the women's point of view. And hopefully, you women will learn something. But you know, it's so sad. You can you can find why you should not date men with kids. You can find that very little, very little. But why you shouldn't date women with kids is a plethora of videos. It's a plethora of videos. Hey, Nick, it's the so many videos of why men shouldn't date women with kids, but it's very few of why women should not marry. I mean, date men with kids. I'm trying to tell you, women, y'all better get on the program. Y'all need to get on the program. Panama commercial break right now. Y'all better get with the program. If they're doing things to protect themselves, y'all better start doing things to protect yourself. There's no way a man should have 5 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids, 5 baby mamas, 6 baby mamas. Why they got it? Because we was not on code. We had no business dating them. Not me in particular. When I say we, because we are females, we had no business dating them. That's how you became baby mama number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you get mad when your child is not a top priority because he got a bunch of kids. Oh, I hate when something come down the wrong pipe. But we're gonna start this right now. I don't have boss lady waiting so long. Where we gonna go? First, we're gonna start with Hey Spice. We're gonna start with we're gonna start with the men, and then we're gonna start with the women. Okay, just hold on. We're gonna hear their reasons, then we're gonna counteract that. All right. This is from Coach Harry Wilmington. This is his response video. Let's check it out. We're gonna do a response to his response.
Going after? Of course not. Hi there, men's dating coach Harry Wilmington here, founder of introvertdatingsuccess.com. And on today's show, we're going to go over 10 reasons why it is not worth your time to chase after single moms when you're trying to find someone to date. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of when I post up new daily videos. Also, go to the website to check out my free video training, How to Get Attractive, Feminine, Emotionally Stable Women Dying to Respond to Your First Messages on Dating Apps Without Using Sleazy Pickup Lines. Is talking to women about being realistic in their choices in dating. And so recently a video went viral because there was a woman he was talking to online. She was middle-aged. She has a 13-year-old son, so she's a single mom, and she wants a guy that makes 6 figures or higher to date. And so he was trying to break down to her basically that in terms of her single marketplace value, that she is not on the high end of the totem pole. That because she is average, 6-figure guys are not going to be looking after or trying to go for a woman that is of average age, of average looks, and that has a son. And she wasn't really taking this news well. And there's been a lot of chatter online about the fact that how dare a man wouldn't go after a single mom, and single moms can also be good people too. And he didn't all say that being a single mom was a bad thing. And I want to, for any women that are watching this, I want to say this out the gate, is that there is nothing that is saying that single moms are bad people or do not deserve love. But in terms of a guy and the amount of time that it's going to take you guys to be able to find someone diligently to match with, let alone also being an introvert who is already going to be kind of weary about wanting to give up his time in the first place. If you have 2 women out there, and let's say both of these women are the exact same age, exact same height, have the similar build, they like the same things in terms of their temperament, in terms of their emotional stability, they are very much into you. Let's say both of these women have these exact same characteristics, they both got great jobs, and they are all about you. One of them is single and has no kids, and the other one is single and has a kid or 2. If you have to choose between these 2 women, with everything being the same except for the kid situation, your time is going to be better spent going after the woman that does not have kids. And I'm going to go into 10 of the reasons why that is. Because again, I don't think single moms are bad people, but you got to understand that your time is valuable. And there's going to be a lot of things that come with having to date a single mom that you may not want to deal with as an introvert or just as a man in general. So I'm going to go ahead and get into some of those, okay? So the first reason that you may not want to date a single mom is because the kid is going to always come first. Now you might think to yourself, well, how is that a bad thing? And it's simple. The kid's going to come first. Any kind of decision that has to be made about you guys dating is going to have to be run through the kids. Anytime you want to go out someplace, it's going to have to see to it that the kids are being able to be watched after first. Anytime that, you guys have a date plan or whatever, she might be like, oh, wait, I got to drop the kids off to their baby daddy's house or whatever. So the point is, regardless of how much she likes you, the kids are going to always come first. And I tried it where I tried to date a couple of women that had kids, and it was always a situation where, like, if I wanted to come over, I'd be like, well, I got to get so-and-so to sleep first, or, well, I got to see if, maybe I can get somebody to watch him, or, oh, I can't do it today because the kid, hurt themselves and I got to take him to the hospital or whatever. There's always going to be situations that come up with the kids. And as selfish as this may sound, when you are first starting to date somebody, you really want it to be all about you guys. Like, you want to be able to put her first, and you want her to be able to put you first. And if that's not going to be able to happen, it can really affect the type of bond that you're able to have. Now, again, this isn't to say that there aren't guys out there that have successfully been able to date a woman that had kids and it worked out. But even in those situations, the kid is always going to be the first one that comes first. And you may not be ready to handle that with a woman that you're just meeting for the first time, but you jump right in if she already has kids. The second reason you may not want to date single moms is because a lot of single moms will portray themselves as a victim of circumstance versus taking responsibility. And I've seen this happen time and time again, where women will say things like, well, I'm single because, my ex-boyfriend or ex-husband or their baby daddy was a deadbeat, and, I was treated really badly in a relationship.
Yeah.
Never really cared after the kids in the first place, and yada, yada, yada. And for all you know, she could be telling the truth, or she could be saying that to look good in front of you. What you may be missing is the part of the story where she might have been doing some stuff that caused, this other guy to go away, whether she was overbearing, or whether maybe she cheated and you don't know about it, or whether she just had a bad temperament altogether. Or maybe a lot of times when the kids get here, a woman's emotional state can go from one extreme to the next. And this isn't to include the postpartum stuff, but just kids being here, it changes the dynamic to where a lot of times women will be overprotective of their kids and not trust the guy that they're with, to where the guy gets frustrated and walks off. But the point is, you're not going to know. All you're going to know is her side of the story, and she is very much going to portray herself as a person that was done wrong, and she was treated.
See, this is the part that I don't understand. I get it. Y'all want all the attention and not the kids. But number one, Y'all forgot that y'all was once young. And all of you did not come from a two family household. And a lot of you guys have siblings that are not by your mother and your father. And number two or three, I don't know what number I'm on, but just because your child, just because two people get married and have a kid, that does not mean that y'all gonna stay together forever. So what are you not supposed to find love again? It's not like, oh wow, we waited, so now we got our own kids. We got one. That don't it don't go like that, Playboy. That's not realistic. You don't know if you're gonna last with the person or not. So then that will make you a single dad now if you happen to get a divorce. And you can't say that divorce is not an option because you're speaking for yourself. You're not speaking for the woman or the man who may want that divorce. So, what that means, if all women decide not to be with, because that's what we're going to go through today. We're going to hear both sides of the story. So, men decide and have all these reasons why they should not be with a hated dog to stray. They should not be with a woman that have kids, and women decide the same thing. It's going to be a lot of lonely people. Every time you think you're getting over and you're so smart, life smacks you right in the face. Oh, I got this woman. She ain't got no kids. I can roll with her. And then next thing you know, y'all get divorced. And then once y'all decide y'all don't want women, y'all better, I'm telling you, y'all women better get on code. Y'all better get on. If these men is teaching, they are teaching you to get on code, baby. Stop having these daggone babies with these men who got kids. Because you're going to become a multiple baby mama. You're going to become a multiple baby mama. And then you're mad because your kid is not a priority. Because he got to go over here, he got to go over there. Then the money got to get divvied up to here, there, and there. But we're going to, like I said, we're going to hear both sides of the story. But I bet you y'all women don't want to hear that, though. Hey, baby.
Hey.
I thought y'all was in the other live, and then the phone rang. So I was like, oh my God, I forgot that I put the thing on until I see your face there. Yeah, but y'all.
You was somewhere else?
Yeah, that's when y'all couldn't hear me. I was in another live. Oh, Lord, I didn't mean to, though. But I didn't even know I was clicking in. I was just going in there to say hi. And next thing you know, I'm in the live. I'm like, oh, shit. But anyway.
Well, shit.
That's why I said, shit, boss lady here, she got it. She got it. She don't need me.
Wasn't nothing playing.
No, that's because they kept that music playing. I could still hear y'all through my headphones. I can still hear.
But how could you hear it? I couldn't hear the video playing at all.
Because I put this on mute, but I can hear everything from my headphones. I can hear what y'all doing. I can hear what they doing. So every time I heard the music get loud, I kept putting it on mute. And then when I realized it was at
Where was you being nosy at anyway?
I'm trying to see the number one grinder pop up in here. I popped up in over there. That's one of my oldie but goodie YouTube friends too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'll be needing places to pop up now.
Well, he's about the man. This is why I respect him. Because he about the men uniting, but he doesn't care. I don't care about half of the stuff he say. But when you have respect for one another, that's all that counts. So when I get on him talking about the women kumbaya, hey, I listen to y'all. You listen to us. So he got the 10 reasons, but like I keep saying, you're not guaranteed to stay married. No, everybody is not guaranteed to stay married and happily ever after. But if they don't want to deal with men with kids, don't deal with. Women with kids. Women, stop. As soon as a man say he got kids, run. If they could run from you, you can run from them. I had a young lady that was in the chat yesterday, and she said she was doing good with a man. She liked him. Soon as she said that she had kids, he left because this manosphere, blue pill, all these things, they are learning these men. And these men support each other, but we don't. We don't. That's why if you don't run, you're going to become a multiple baby mama. You're going to be one amongst many. You're going to be arguing. You're going to be fighting because everybody wants their kid to be top priority. It's in our essence that we think that our kids are supposed to come first. But all the other baby mamas think the same way too. And then that would avoid a lot of problems. Do the same thing these men doing. Avoid it. I agree. I totally agree. I ain't mad at you because we ain't dating you neither.
Unfairly and whatever, and that may not always be the case. So you might not necessarily get the full story of why her and her other person that she had a kid with broke up, and that can be something that can be to your detriment if you start dating her, and then as you're dating her, she starts doing things that make you think, oh crap, like this is probably why the other guy's not in the picture anymore because she has some issues. Okay, so be mindful of that. The third reason why you may want to stay away from single moms is because a lot of times there is a lot of drama in their life. And a big source of that drama could be the baby daddy. I had a friend that had kids with a guy that she did not get married to. And then they broke up and he would still come around, but he'd be like all angry and argumentative. And he was very jealous of other guys that she was either trying to date or just friends. Like I was one of her friends that wasn't trying to get with her. And he would still come around and be jealous of me and, you know, all that stuff because he's worried about who's going to be around his son, which to be.
Oh my God. What, like you was going to say, which is right. But if they broken up, you think he stopped doing things? That could still go both ways. Everything y'all say go both ways. I'm gonna hear what this man say. It's a difference. I don't think it's a difference. Just because y'all explain it don't mean that we believe you. But this guy right here, I'm only gonna put a little bit of him, but still check him out.
Be fair, he has a right to be that way. But I say that to say there's going to be an outside entity outside of you and the woman you're trying to date that is going to interfere. But beyond that kind of drama, understand that a reason a lot of women become single moms is because they didn't choose a mate well, or they have emotional stability issues to where the guy didn't want to stay around. Either way, I have found that a lot of women that have kids that are single also have a lot of drama going on in their life, whether it's with their baby daddy, whether it's with their regular family, whether it's with the fact that they might be resentful for having a kid solo, so they're kind of dramatic with the kid. Like there's a lot of emotional stuff that comes into that as the new person in the situation, you have no control over. So you have to decide, is that something you want to deal with? On my end of things, I'm like, no, I'm an introvert. I don't want to deal with all this excessive drama. It's too much stimuli. So I tend to steer away from that. If that's something you think you can handle, more power to you, but it is something you need to consider. The fourth reason to stay away from single moms is, they can be emotionally unstable. And aside from the whole part about being dramatic, part of what adds to that is that they could oftentimes be very untrusting. You know, if they with a guy that they thought was going to stick around forever and then he bails, now she's going to have trust issues. She's going to have anxiety. She's going to be worried about how you're going to possibly handle her kid. Like I said, a lot of women will be very, very like mother bear to their kids to where they don't want other people around their kid to tell the kid what to do or how to act or to even like handle the kid. And so as a result of that, they can end up being very emotionally unstable. Not to say
see what you said, boss lady?
I said she wouldn't get in a relationship if she didn't want nobody around her kid.
Thank you. Hey, Precious. For one, a mother is like that. If I'm wrong, mothers, correct me. Because we know you have not bonded with our children. So we're not going to damage the child or let the child think that you think that you're supposed to come up in there and you're the man and what you say. No, it don't go like that. Some mothers, they let them know. You got to bond with that child. You got to earn that. A lot of you men don't want to earn that. But you can't say that I'm wrong, because if somebody dealt with your mother, because you and her and your father, would you just be so happy of the next man coming in your house? No, doing that, it has to be a bonding stage. Y'all have to like mutually like each other. They have to mutually respect one another. So y'all could just say, I just don't want to deal with the problem of women's a kid. That's okay. Don't come up with all these different excuses. Um, I haven't heard nothing that's concrete yet. Nothing that's concrete. If you want your own family and your own seed, there is nothing wrong with that. You can have your own. You don't want to raise nobody else's seed. Hey, but I want to hear what this guy got to say. I want to hear what he has to say. I got to show y'all some of the comments that I be getting from all that. Y'all need to see some of the comments that I be getting. Make y'all want to go scratch somebody, scratch them out. Okay, I want to see what he has to say. And I'm quite sure alien, I would call him alienation. Alien Blood knows who he is too. Let's see.
Back in here with the Ask Coach Greg Adams channel. Shout out to the Coach Gang. I appreciate you for being here, and check it out. If you have a question, if you came from any one of my other channels, hit me up at askcoachgregadams@gmail.com. And then, of course, check out my books, Free Agent Lifestyle and The Evolution. The links are in the description box below. Let's get right into it, man. This message is from JT. Shout out to you, man. He says, hope this email finds you well. I'm a single father of a son who has recently gone red pill. Real talk, I never wanted kids, but got caught up a few years back. I stepped up nonetheless and am paying the consequences in a loss of freedom and finances, but have taken the necessary actions to ensure this doesn't happen again. And I'm in the midst of improving myself in terms of my health by working out, real estate acquisitions, and etc. Then he says, my question is this. I understand that one of the commonly held beliefs in the red pill community is to not date and pursue single moms. How do I approach this without looking like a hypocrite? What suggestions would you have for a single father who recently found the red pill? Much appreciated, and thanks for your time. Shout out to you, JT. I appreciate your question. This is a common question, and I actually did a video on this, a breakdown video on my main channel, Coach Greg Adams, and it's called Why Single Fathers Get a Pass, but Single Mothers Don't. And I'll put a link to the video on this one so everybody understands this point. Single mothers and single fathers are not one of the same. They don't have the same access to the legal system. They do, but there's more of an advantage for women. But for the most part, how they're viewed in society are not the same. Typically, as a single father, you're seen as an individual who actually stepped up and took responsibility for your situation. As a single mother, you're viewed as somebody who was a victim of circumstances. So you're a victim more than you are someone who is looked up as taking advantage of your responsibility, who's taking your responsibility and treated it like it should be treated.
I was waiting
as a
for you
single
to
mom,
say something.
everybody says, oh, poor you were put into the circumstances. Therefore, we're going to heap a whole bunch of benefits onto you as a result. You have access to the government, the family court, child support, access to alimony, or a divorced single mother, which I don't think they're single moms if you share custody. But for this video, let's just call them single moms. You have.
Okay, hold on. I want to read the comments. This guy says statistically, single fathers do better than single mothers. Why? Because your mother is watching the kid, or your aunt is watching the kid, your sister's watching the kid, your new girlfriend is watching the kid. Their statistics don't mean nothing.
And he's sitting there talking about men get plenty of help
when they are even. I'm not talking about the justice system. Forget about the justice system and stuff like that. My thing is they get more help raising a kid than what a woman does. Like if his mother is still living, the mother would take on the role. It's gonna always be a woman in the family that's going to take on the mother role. Unlike being a single mother, men are not going to step up and take on the father role. Right?
Right.
Or say,
But what I want to say is he said single men don't have the same opportunities. Well, I can tell you proof tried, true, and tested that men have the very same opportunity when that judge sit down in that chair. The judge is not just speaking for the woman or the father or the grandparent. It's everybody, and it's the same opportunity. And the father got to do is stand up and present himself and present his case. He can do just as much as the woman. That is a cop out.
that's it. It is. Okay. I left on the line. Man hero, woman zero. Okay, cool. Right, single mother or not, we still have to do our duties. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
If a man is raising a kid by himself, he's going, even if he get a girlfriend, that girlfriend is going to take on the mother role. Even if that child, as you say, for the women, oh, remember yesterday they got some badass kids. Well, y'all think y'all kids are good? Y'all got some badass kids too. Shit, the hell, y'all got some badass kids that some that do not do the new girlfriend right at all because she belongs to the mother. So she don't want the same rule apply for both. But the difference is people will step up more for a single man than a single woman. And the first thing I'm gonna say is, well, y'all got welfare. Well, a single man can get welfare too. What the heck? Everything a single mother can get, a single man can get because the word single is in front of it. So if a man is not working, he can get the same benefits a single woman get. You cannot throw that in nobody's face. You can get it to plenty of men who are single fathers. They get welfare, they get Section 8. It's whoever's single.
Yeah,
But
I've
I'm not
friends
referring.
that raise their children.
Yeah, but I'm not referring to that. I'm talking about people stepping in and actually helping him. Like we gotta find somebody that, especially if the kid is young. A man could find somebody to keep that kid because everybody wants to help that man. Oh, because they thinking like if you're a single father, it's like you're the best thing ever. So either his sister will come over, his cousin will come over. But for a single woman, nobody comes and really help us. You know, a lot of our mothers help us, but that's like here and there, and that all depends on how old they are. But that'll be just the mother, unless the mother have a lot of grandkids. Some mothers had a lot of kids, so now they got a lot of grandkids because they have a lot of kids. She doesn't have the energy. But if it's not because of that, yeah, the mother will help you, but that's only one person. A man got plenty of people to help them. Plenty.
No, he didn't.
What?
Kitten Hills decided to show up
Where?
on YouTube.
Oh, he on now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't care. Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear that. Don't run over.
Oh no, it ain't about nothing. We already go. We got to watch him together.
Y'all still ain't hear that.
You have access to that. You have access to sympathy. You can go and write news articles about you being champion as a single mother. You can write books, bring you on.
No, that's not true. I'm gonna rewind that part. That's bullshit. We can write news. So can a man if he's a single father. Just because you never seen it, that's not. Just because you never seen it, that doesn't mean a man can't do it. Y'all always make it seem like a woman can't do something, but a man cannot. The men can do it too. The men they can write articles too about being single fathers. What's stopping them?
What's so hard about you stepping up, being a father? You still a single father, even if y'all not together. You still a single father, dude.
How do we wind that part again? Like we win an award for being a single mama. It ain't easy.
Access to alimony if you were a divorced single mother, which I don't think they're single moms if you share custody, but for this video, let's just call them single moms. You have access to that. You have access to sympathy. You can go and write news articles about you being championed as a single mother. You can write books, bring you on television shows.
Yeah,
People don't really do that for single fathers. And the way I look at it is single mom.
Whoa.
He made it up.
This how you messed up again. You said my voice is hoarse, so if I'm yelling, that's because I'm straining myself to talk, because I'm a little hoarse from the allergies. Now, he said for the women can write books, the women could do this, the women can do that. But when it got down to the man, he said, well, people don't help him. Well, we didn't have people to help us neither. We just wrote the damn article. So why can't the man just do it? What does it have to do with people? So no, it wasn't people do this for single mothers, but people don't do this for single fathers. You say women do this, so why can't men do it?
Right.
Yes, exactly. It's like people like, well, men get touched too. I'm like, well, y'all the one making so much money off of us with this gender war that none of y'all invested y'all money in, like in shelters and stuff for these young boys. None of y'all, for all the men that got abused and stuff like that. Y'all don't show up to court to like in unity for child support, for unity to have that man back so the judge could see, hey, these men sticking together and you're going to give him his right thing. But in all reality, the court, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, help me out. The court just determines if you're going to pay child support, and the court determines how often you see a kid. That's just about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
unless y'all just come to an agreement.
Right, but that's containing how often you see the kid and how much the pay is going to be. So that's your only complaint about the court. It's not about how often you see your child. Y'all just don't want to pay the child support.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I see it. Y'all more mad about the child support than seeing your child. And it's not enough for you men that's fighting to see your child.
They just rather walk away and then say, oh, she took my kid away from me. And she made it hard for me to see my. Ain't nobody make it hard for you. You walked away because you didn't want to step up, pay child support, walk up to the door like a man and pick up the kid and bring him back and drop him off.
But even if a woman did make it hard, like I said, let me cut this AC off. Cut off. I want to cut off. Okay. Let's say the woman was mad, bitter, all this other stuff. That still doesn't take away your father's rights. She can be whatever she wants to be. Why are not enough of you men taking these women to court for visitation rights? That doesn't stop you from being a dad because she hates you. It doesn't stop her from being a mother because she hates you. She still got to be a mother. She doesn't like you neither. Y'all can both not like each other, but take care of the child. But he's saying, but the people. When it came down to the woman, it wasn't their people. It was this is what women are doing. When it came down to the men, it's the people don't do.
And that is just so sad because he's telling this to, these guys that are 19, 20, 30, and stuff like that, which is, if they do, have a child and something happen, what we gonna have? A bunch of walkaways? Come on now.
I know a lot of these men, I get it. They don't feel like dealing with these crazy behind women, and they would rather walk away. But because you don't want to deal with us, that don't excuse you from taking care of your responsibility. It doesn't excuse you. You the one said you the man, right? You the one said you is the logic. You are the leader. You are everything. You are everything. So why you wasn't everything to court to get visitation rights from your child? You would have to do everything, and I would have to see it. You can't tell me. I don't hear no stories about nothing. A man would have to show me court documents. Any man that said, I did, you will have to show me court documents that you did, or I won't believe you. But I don't see where you men have court. Go see, a lot of women be pissed off. You know how many women that are with narcissistic men? But them narcissistic men are going to court, baby. Because they want to make your life hell. They want to make your life hell. Them narcissistic men, they are going to court. And to get you mad, they want their 3 days a week, or they want their time here and there. Exactly. And I like the new DNA testing bill. They passed that requires a DNA test. Oh my God, that wouldn't be good news if you just had the baby just to find out it ain't his baby. So you could turn a joyous moment to a sorry moment. God. But let's finish hearing them out.
And a man who doesn't take care of his responsibility, they're both one and the same. I can lump them in the same category. And here's the reason why. Most single fathers probably had to fight for custody of their children. They probably had to deal with parental alienation. Most single fathers are men who share custody of their children. So in essence, they're co-parents. You might have 50% of custody of your children, and then your co-parent or your spouse or your ex-spouse has a different 50%. If you're lucky, that's your best case scenario. There's a small percentage of men that actually have full and complete custody of their children. The rest, most of them at best, you can get is 50%. And you had to fight tooth and nail for that. You had to deal with somebody who were restricting custody of your children, most likely, and you had to get a court to grant you that. This is how it works in the United States. So in essence, you took care of your responsibility. You paid into the court system. You had to fight off abuse, emotional abuse, parental alienation, all of these things that they threw at you in order to distract you and dissuade you from stepping up from your responsibility. So therefore, you're much less likely to be viewed.
So that stopped you from stepping up for your responsibility.
He got distracted from his responsibility. You sound like a 7th grader. You got distracted from your responsibility.
Oh God. I don't care if y'all get in the comments. Yes, I could laugh. Shit. Somebody's like, in one of my comments, what's so funny? What the fuck I'm laughing at? That's what's funny. What's the part of my French boy? What you talking about? What's so funny?
He got distracted from his homework.
In the lens of single motherhoods in our community. See, single mothers are looked at as an individual who made a bad decision. You chose the wrong man. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, you're trying to find a man to be a part of your child's life.
No,
and if that's not the case, you probably took the man who is the father.
No, we are a woman. We human beings, and we got needs. We're not picking nobody to be a father to our child.
And where does the breakup responsibility lie with the father? Because
Let me
you
tell y'all
still
something.
are supposed to be taking your responsibility as a father, no matter what she's doing.
Exactly. And you know what people are, and you a good example. But do you know how many bad mothers there are? Not calling any of your kids bad mothers, but I'm
Right, right.
using you as an example. That you know how many mothers that can't take care of their kids. Let me just say it like that, right?
Right.
And you got a lot of them that live with grandma, auntie, a cousin, or they get shipped out to these foster homes. Ain't that the perfect time for you to go get your kid? Why you ain't get your kid then? Ain't that the perfect time for you to go get your kid if that mother is unable to take it? So it's not even bad enough that the mother, you don't want to go through you can't get the kid from the mother. It's even worse when you can't get your kid. You'll rather them stay with everybody but you. When these men sit up there and I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, they do this, they do it. No. Isn't that the best time to get your kids? When you know the mother's unstable and you know the mother can't do it or whatever what judge would tell you no then?
Well,
Rather than to have that
he just made
child.
an excuse. He made a whole excuse. He made an excuse for not being in a relationship. He made an excuse for not taking the responsibility. And then he made the excuse for not coming back and checking on the kid.
Hey Tracy, welcome. I'm saying these men got more excuses than a little bit. I see too many kids living with other members of their family besides their mother. Where are their fathers then? Now,
Right.
at that point, you have full authority. Grandma don't, auntie don't, cousin don't, godmother don't, because y'all know that it is hard as hell taking care of the damn kids, and your life will change. Your life will change. Ain't no more going out when you want to go out, hanging out with the boys. You gotta do homework. It's not, it's not easy being a mother. Y'all can say what y'all want. Like anytime a man start complaining, I say, come get your kid. Come get him. You and they ain't never come yet. And I'm not referring to me. I'm referring to the men who do so much complaining. I always go get your kid. Go get him. Then they give you 50 million excuses. But they want to tell you how quick. Well, the mother on drugs. The mother got a bad boyfriend. I don't want their boyfriend. But you ain't go to the court and tell the court none of this. Or you told the court all of this, but then you know for a fact that you don't have the means, the patience, or nothing to take care of that child on your own. So a lot of that have them kids get passed on. It even could even be with the man's mother. A lot of the men's mother end up having the child, but she's still a grandma, right? And you still go see your kid. The kid is not physically with you. The kids are not physically with you.
For the child and put them through all sort of circumstances to eliminate them from your life. You probably fell for feminist ideology. You probably have a belief in feminism if you're a single mother. If you're a single father, you don't have any belief in feminism. All right. It makes you way less dangerous. And this is why we look at it as the single mother will probably more likely do the same thing to you as she did to her.
I'm not going to tell you how stupid I am for playing this video because it's very stupid. Because if you have a single mother that means you got a single father too, right? So how do you compare? They both single. If you got a single mother, then that means you got a single father. That child come from two parents. So I'm not single by myself. He's single right along with me. But because the kid is not in his custody, he can still go do whatever he want to do. Because some kids, not all kids, remain in the house with the mother. So he can still go live his life. But in all reality, he's a single dad too. I can't be single by myself. He's single right along with me. What you doing up, Ms. Ryan? Go to sleep. Go to bed. Go to bed, lady.
Previous father. If you get into a relationship, if you cohabitate with one, now all of a sudden that can happen to you. She can trap you the same way. Okay.
Yeah, that's my
and
picture.
then you have way more responsibility. See,
That's
as a
my
single
picture.
father, you're not looking for another mom for them. You already have a mom because you're probably already sharing custody. You don't need another mom to come in. But the single mother, she needs a lot more aid. She's probably in dire straits. That child support is not taking her as far as she thought it would. The man's not supporting. And then all of a sudden, your government job, you can't depend on that, especially in these days and times. So she's seen more as a threat as she's bringing her child into a new relationship. See, they're polar opposites. She needs another man in that child's life, most likely.
No, we don't.
Not around.
No, we don't.
And the man doesn't need a mother woman in that child's life. So
yes,
he's
he
not
does.
looking for support from her,
yes,
but she's looking for support from him. Now, let's take this into consideration as a single mom. If the other parent is around, if the other father is around, that person is a huge threat to the man that is dating that single mother. A huge threat. Not only the fact that maybe he doesn't have 50-50 custody of the father, he might be angered by it. He might be on child support. Now, if you link up with that single mother, now you're seen as, from that other father's perspective, the original father, you're seen as an individual who is living.
That's all it is that we're going to share. Because I want to keep it going. Because Nature Boy took up a lot of our damn time today.
This character right here been hurt by somebody. I don't know.
There's gonna be some more. There's gonna be some more characters. That's how much the hate is. That's how much the hate is.
Yeah, he somebody hurt him bad, and
them and the rest of them. The whole man.
He just gave up on life. He just gave up.
Hold up. We don't know if he's a single father though, boss lady. He's speaking upon the difference. Because he's probably speaking for his manosphere and red pill and blue pill and black pill. He pick a pill. Pick a pill. I don't know which pill. Pick a pill. The pink pill and the tubular zirconia. We are the heck of we know. But it's a shame how many videos you can find with don't date single women more than don't date single dads. That is crazy. That is crazy.
I guess they just melted into the wall because he ain't taking responsibility to even being there to make the baby. So how does she get to even be a parent? Shit, if you wasn't nowhere around.
I keep trying to tell them we cannot be single by ourselves. If I'm a single mother, you a single father.
Period.
Because it takes two, right? It takes two, baby. Me and you. What you gonna do?
I had a song for you. What was it, man? Oh, Love Jones. I got Love Jones. I got Love Jones for you. Ooh, Love Jones.
I don't know where that song coming at, but it's beautiful. I don't know where that song coming at, but I love it.
For you.
Oh,
Big love.
oh dang it, what I do? I'm always doing something. Dang it. Hold on, let me see what I do here. What I want to do, what I 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 do. Okay. No. No. Yes.
I was that picture was at the jazz festival. I was having a ball that day.
Oh.
Let's see,
Men
who did I see? I seen
moms. And the whole internet of single mothers was in an uproar over
emotions.
some of these men's reasoning for not dating single moms. But as a single mother who doesn't date single dads, I can relate. And that's what I want to talk about today. Today, I want to talk about why some men don't date single moms and why some single moms don't date single dads. I mean, it works both ways.
Thank
right?
you. Mm-hmm.
So the other day I was reading an article on The Sun, and it was about why some men don't date single moms or won't date single moms. And one man said they're more expensive than prostitutes. Their bodies aren't what they used to be, and their children walk in during sex. Okay, fair enough, right? In my opinion, whatever reason you might have for dating or not dating the types of people that you do or do not date is entirely up to you. I don't care who does or does not like my dating choices because you're not dating the people I date. The people, whether or
And
not
you should be
I
married
date a
by
certain
now.
type of person does not affect my next door neighbor or you for that matter, right? In this article that some women are all up in a tizzy about, it says on a recent thread on the secret sharing app Whisper, some men tried to explain the warped reasons they ruled out dating single mothers. Jonathan Cass, 52, has joined their ranks, having been single for 3 years, and now makes a point of swiping left
Number
on
one
dating
grinder,
apps
I
and
want you up
rejecting women
here.
if there's any mention of a little.
Number one grinder. Even though I believe I'm the number one grinder, but I'll let him believe he's the number one grinder. But y'all know I be on from sun up to sundown, right, boss lady? We be working hard, right? We be working hard, damn it. And Nicole be working hard. Come on up, number one grinder. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. But this part, let me tell you something. I don't like this lady. I don't know why. Don't like her. Matter of fact, she got too much hair in that wig. She got too much hair in that wig. I don't like her. But I'm going to hear her out. I'm going to hear her out. I hear her out. Click on the link. Number one grinder. Number two grinder. Number two. I'm number one. That's number two grinder. God damn it. Oh, God. I know you didn't pop in here to say hi and pop out. I'll find me a new friend. That's it.
One at home. Fair enough. He says, I don't want to be second best. Okay. But still his choice. There's a real trend in current parenting that the children always have to come first, and women now seem to live for their kids, says Jonathan.
As you
works in
should.
film and television. And he's by no means alone in this. Another man posted a video on not dating single mothers, which, amongst other things, says she should be focused on her kids, not on penis. Then there's reference to a video on YouTube that says this clip opens with a slide showing a woman holding a baby with the meme, single mother here. Please take care of some other man's ball of flesh that eats money, destroys dreams, and proves stress. I offer you my ruined, floppy private part and mental issues. Now, to a large degree, I think that's unfair, but he's welcome to his opinion, right? On another shocking blog, one of the posts is titled, "Don't Date Single Mothers, Here's Why." On this blog, reason number 5 is, a woman who has given birth can't ever have a body close to what she had before carrying a child. This is not saying that having a child isn't worth it, but this is not about you having a child. That child is hers, not yours. Her body is changed by something that is of no benefit to you. I don't want to be second best. Well, men have all kinds of reasons for not dating women who have children, but like I said in the intro, I'm a single mom who doesn't date single dads, and my reason is could be considered purely selfish, but my reason is not, because his kids have to come first or any of that other stuff that has to do with him and his kids. Although I will say I dated one single dad and I won't do it again. My reasoning is because me as a single mom who has raised her kids are grown and have moved out of the house. I do not want to be put in a position where I could be or might have to raise someone else's children. That's not going to happen. My reasoning is purely selfish. My reasoning is about my own life, what I do and don't want in my own life. And I know other women, other single moms who don't date single dads for that reason. Now, that said, I don't date single dads who have kids who are still at home. I also don't date single dads who have kids that they have part custody of. I could still be put in the position where I have to mother those children.
I said that.
Degree,
exactly.
Right? And I'm not looking to do that again. Kids just don't fit into my lifestyle. Not little kids, not teenagers. And so now you want to ask, well, Debbie, how are your kids? Your kids can't be older than teenagers. Well, yeah, my kids are in their 20s and 30s. So me not wanting to be with someone who has kids that are younger, and as we know that there are a lot of men who choose to have kids a little bit later in life. I know men who are in their 40s who have kids that are in their early teens, right? In their late, single digits and early teens.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to do that again.
No.
There is no way in
No.
God's creation that I am looking to mother someone else's children who is still in the
Hello,
single
William.
digits
I like
age-wise.
William. I
Not
like
gonna happen.
William.
Never. I went on a date.
Hello, William. I like to keep it honest. So women are super selfish, huh? We knew this already. Did you see the ones, William, when I put why men don't date women with kids?
No, he didn't want to say nothing about that.
Did you see? And guess what? I got some more coming. And the way I see it, y'all men are more selfish. Y'all got 50 million rules and regulations now.
And excuses not to be present.
Y'all got 50 million rules and regulations. Well, don't do this. Well, then don't do that. And don't do this. And don't do that. And if you take it for a date,
don't come around because it is.
If you take it for a date,
do that because they
get your cookies and cream. Still,
they wouldn't let
get
me.
some milk and cookies. It ain't causes it. What it is, it's because we want order. Y'all want selfishness.
Order. You want
Y'all
everything.
want selfishness. Y'all
It's
want
all about
selfishness. It's all about you. It's really all about you.
It's all about you, boo.
It's really all about you. It's really all about you. Look at my voice. It's about you. It ain't gonna do with order.
And then Howard, what about the parenting of your child on your behalf as the father?
You can't. Sorry, go ahead.
What part are you gonna take responsibility for when nobody's stopping you from seeing your kid? That's all. Let's say nobody's stopping you.
Bullshit. No order makes community. No order makes project. Y'all black men don't have no order.
Order.
Y'all have no order in the court. That's why y'all got 50 million videos, because you're trying to establish order. You trying to establish order because y'all never had y'all never had order. Y'all had a yes a master, no a master. We all had to say yes and no to master. Even today, I don't care how much money you make, they still shit on you. Y'all still ain't got no order. So now y'all want order in your household, but it's too late for that. Yes, we
You
need
walked
order.
away from your household because you said that you don't want to. You want the mother to be responsible for the kids. You want the mother to pay the bills and take care of what she need to take care of, because you're the man and you need to be sitting at the bar with your homies, talking shit about what women don't do for you. Sick of those type of men.
And he must didn't realize what this lady was saying. She was saying the same thing I was saying. In our age bracket, most of our kids are grown. Even they are grown, and I mean fully grown, not 18-year-old grown. They are fully grown. But a lot of men who get younger women, they could be our age with 11-year-olds and 12-year-olds. What she's saying is she ain't doing it again. And I don't blame her. She did all that already. Anybody that wants to deal with her, they should have grown kids. We ain't talking about the younger ones. We talking about the older women and the older men. Y'all want them young girls and stuff. So y'all want to be having y'all babies all scattered, especially if you quote unquote a higher volume man. They got they got grown ass kids, and then when they kids are having kids, they still having kids. A lot of the kids, they aunts and uncles. You know how you have the aunts and uncles that usually be older than you. They aunts and uncles are younger than them. They still want to milk and cookies. So you make all these women single baby mamas, and then you finally find a young one that you want when you already got a grown set of kids, and you still making more kids. So she's saying, just in case y'all don't work out, I'm not doing that mommy roll over again. Oh no, I'm not. Mm-mm. That's what she's saying. We don't get order because females want to just spend up the legacy and here and dump stuff. What that got to do with y'all money? Don't y'all claim y'all make more money? What is that noise?
Oh,
I thought it was static. Sometimes this thing do that. We don't got order because females want to just spin up their legacy. Okay, y'all men is buying here now too. Y'all men were buying here too. Stop. Y'all going to buy them little wigs and putting it in y'all hair, making it seem like a fancy toupee. Y'all getting the waves put into it. Y'all getting the freaking mustache, and y'all know it's fake. Stop, 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 stop. But what that got to do with y'all? You know what? What that got to do with y'all money? Stop it. But see, unlike y'all, I keep it even. I go from man to woman and woman to man. I keep it even. They're gonna talk about me, but they don't see how I keep it even. I do one man, one woman, one man, one woman. Then y'all could decide on what to do. But y'all men had me come up with this. I wasn't thinking about this. But I thank you guys for having me come up with this. Cause I'm like, damn, that's how I feel too. Fuck it. Where is the damn? Oh, yeah, yeah. They getting manicures and pedicures and all that shit too. Stop it.
To the merciless Reese L. Black. Welcome back to the booth. Now, of course,
Hey, Reese
there's
L.
gonna be
Black, how are
a
you?
time where I was actually going to come back and revisit this topic in particular. So let's go ahead and go into it. Dating single mothers for 2022 or just any year. I don't want to date the video like that. I see a lot of platforms full of men that keep on going in on the single mothers. I do, right? I really don't ever participate in anything like that because, for one, majority of us, we come from single parent mothers, right? And some of us are even in relationships with single parent mothers. Some of us are even married to single parent mothers. So what I actually wanted to do was I wanted to go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to go ahead and keep it honest.
Mm-hmm.
This is what a lot of certain supporters of certain platforms, especially, male supporters, are not telling you.
Mm-hmm.
They got rejected by single mothers. Single
Ooh.
mothers date men in particular, and they win. I know we have platforms out there where it seems like we got a bunch of single mothers calling up, being delusional and all that, but that's just them. That's just a handful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
I
there's
like
actually
him so
single
far.
mothers out there that actually have game. They just
Mhm.
have a child. And I think where the confusion lies is when men think of a single mom, they see a picture of a woman with a bunch of kids under 10. Whether it's 1 or 2 or 5, they're always babies.
Mm-hmm.
They keep on leaving out the single parent mother that has a teenager or even a 19-year-old still living at home and he's just going to JUCO,
Right.
to better his life. And
I think I like him.
that big old, university. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go ahead and let some of you guys know the type of men that single mothers are looking for. Most single mothers look for men who want a commitment,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting it. Do
Mm-hmm.
you know how many women I come across who are in relationships and they're a single mother?
Mm-hmm.
And how many men still try to holler? Whether
think
it's
we
just
like
to
him,
smash
boss
or
lady.
just to date or to wife up. They
Yeah,
still
he's
pull
ding ding winner winner.
hearts. They still pull. Some single mothers still keep themselves up. Some single mothers weren't just knocked up. Some of these women are divorced. Majority are divorced, especially like those other platforms. They let you know that, hey, some of these women initiated a divorce. Why? Because some of these men were just on the BS, right? And also some of the men.
I see what else he
felt
got.
that the woman was on the BS, so they divorced them. But a lot of these women, they crave for the commitment. They're not all about that smash and dash shit, that pump and dump, because they know their value. Some people may say, well, you had a child, that kind of decreases your value. Not if it's if I had the baby while I was married. So if I had babies during my marriage and now
William,
I'm divorced,
stop. I like William.
teenagers
I
and
like
they're actually on
William.
their way out of
Okay.
it.
Hold on.
William-
Just mad.
Because they're
William
going
just
to
mad
college
because
and all
I
that
like
stuff. How you
I
gonna-
like him better than him. William said, "You talking about the wrong man, so you can't complain." I don't complain, baby. I just bring the information, and whatever you get, I bring men and women. You're gonna see why not date black women. I mean, why not date single mothers, and you're gonna see why I date single fathers. I'm not into this war thing, this gender war. I keep it even. And this guy is speaking realistically. I ain't complaining. You ain't hear me complain nothing about what's going on in my business.
He
I don't
always
put
talking
my
about
business-
somebody.
I don't put my
William is a
business
troll.
on the. I don't put my business on the YouTube. A little things here and there, but I don't put my business on the YouTube. I don't put my business on no social media. I'm just here to bring the information. So
we're
what
not
do you
we're
got?
not
What do you
emotionally invested, William.
And what you mean you talking about the wrong men? I don't remember me saying anything. I'm just saying. I don't know what William be hearing. I like William. At least he honest. He stick up for his man, but he's respectful. He keep it respectful. Women gonna be like, damn, why every time I say something, why they gotta laugh? Because I think something you say is funny.
He be hilarious the way he be coming up with these.
He's telling what you no, it's not what I want to hear. I'm too grown to somebody to tell me something that I want to hear.
We don't even know this man. Why is he telling us?
And thank you. This is my first time hearing this man. But first you would have to call him a liar. You gotta go tell him that he's a liar. Don't tell me. He's saying, no, you go to his channel and you bring your points to him. See, they quick to come to the women, regardless of people saying what I wanted to hear. They ain't quick to go step to the next man though. You go on his channel and you say, tell him what you want to say. His name is Marcellus Reese L. Black. And he also has over 1 million subscribers. And we don't know what his thing is about because his thing says why you can't date single mothers. Then he switched up. So you go find him and you tell him what you got to tell him. All right. Now let me get back to what I like to hear.
They say, well, you had a child, that kind of decreases your value. Not if it's if I had the baby while I was married. So if I had babies during my marriage and now I'm divorced and they're teenagers and they're actually on their way out of the door because they're going to be going to college and all that stuff, how are you going to say that's a devalue? And I know we got a lot of men out there that are basically like, well, I'm just never going to take care of somebody else's kid. Well, they didn't ask you to. A lot of these single parent mothers, they're not looking to get wifed up so they could be taken care of along with their child.
Exactly.
Now, a lot of these mothers, like I said, I'm focusing on the ones that got the older kids now, the ones that some platforms are afraid to bring up. A lot of these, women.
Just like he said, listen carefully. He's focusing on the women who have the older kids that's grown that y'all do not bring up. Don't like me. I'm the bad guy. I like, what you mean? I still like you. You still cool. William. I like when people is truthful and honest. You like order. You don't want to be selfish. Why shouldn't I like you? Because I thought both of us is grown. I thought you were just as grown as me. And I thought that we both can speak how we want to speak and have respect. I didn't disrespect you. You didn't disrespect me. So, yeah, I like you. So a lot of things because I'm a person of order also. So even if I had a man that was in order, I would have to make sure he's really in order. You know what I'm saying? Whatever order he thinks, he better be in order dealing with me. Because I like things in straight order. If he better drive that car like he never drove that car ever in his life. Because the minute he showed me he cannot drive that car, I am taking the keys. I do not have a problem sitting back with my feet in the air, letting the man drive. I don't have a problem. Take the lead. Believe me, women love when a man take the lead. Take the lead. You got no argument from me. Do you, boo? Do you? You want order and stuff? Do you? Long as we both building from that and our lives are getting better from you doing that, why in the world would I stop you? Why? If we together, whatever you do, I benefit from. Why would I stop you? I am a man. I can say what females want to hear. That's called game. He's going to tell me he's trying to make... No, then go tell him that. And you ain't the only one with game. Everybody got some game. We don't hate the player. We hate the game. Like you we ain't go goo goo gaga over him. Come on now, William. Don't do that. Don't do that. He said he's going to tell me he's trying to make money. So that's what y'all men do? That's what y'all men do? You just expose something right there, William. You expose when a man speaks good of a woman, that's just to make money. Okay. All right.
Mm.
No problemo. No problemo. Well, like I said, for me, a lot of women do not mind a man being in the head because it's hard all the time to gotta make all the decisions. It's hard all the time. I would just like to stay in the house and cook and clean and take it, and y'all go do you. Cause we women gotta do both. So we tired of doing both. So if you can make the decisions, knock yourself out. You're gonna be a planner, a leader, whatever. I don't have a problem with nothing. Do you, boo? Drive. Here's the keys. Drive. You won't hear nothing from me. Yes, baby. Yes, hun. Yes, darling. How was your day? How was your lunch? What do you want for dinner? I ain't cooking though. But what do you want for dinner? you know.
Okay, Nicole.
All right, Nick. So it's so dominant think that women want to be dominant and they want to be independent. I don't care what they act like. Right? We could be submissive to the right man. That's why I said I'm an order person to teach. I have to make sure you know how to drive. Cause you got a lot of these broke men wanting to be some leaders. They don't get and I don't mean broke as in your job is not paying you what quote unquote high value mans get. I mean broke as you barely do nothing, you ain't got no money, no nothing, but you want to come and be the king of somebody's household. You don't get out my face. Ms. Rice said, William, I need to touch her game time. I can't take her. Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
They are ready for a man to commit because it's on and popping when that kid leaves off for college.
That's
it's
right.
Popping.
That's right.
A lot of you guys like to, go into, how you're this and how you're that, and you see this in the future, especially when it comes to them, when it comes to this woman. But some of you guys still are telling little white lies here and there. Some of you guys obviously are a little bit bothered by the fact that, yes, she had children with her late husband, or her last husband, and you're still a little bit uncomfortable with that. Yeah, because she had this man's babies. And like I said, the babies are teenagers now, and they're not going to be around too long. But if he's a great father and he is in their child's life constantly, that can bother you a bit because you're going to keep seeing him. And he may want to introduce himself to you because if you do plan on wifing her up, that's right, your stepdad. But he's dad. I hate to bring this up, but a lot of you guys, bad game sucks. And a lot of these women who are single parent mothers, they don't have time to be sleeping around. Some of them do, but a lot of them, I know we got platforms out there talking about like single parent mothers are just for recreational use.
Oh
but
shit!
We also got the single parent mothers like the hell we are. Ain't nobody coming up against that easy.
Hello.
Like they act like there's people out there that just got like some bomb ass game where they could just get the box that fast.
Hello.
No. But
Hello.
we do have a lot of single parent that when you do come in and she do give you that box, you better come with it. You better be doing like the most luscious, beautiful kissing that'll make her freaking dizzy. You better lay down the pipe so good that she orgasms her brain.
Say that again.
And I'm telling you,
say that again.
You better mop that box. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You better mop that box so good to the point where she is going to keep your head down there until you suffocate, and then bring you back up.
Lord!
Like, oh my God, you can't breathe. My bad. It just felt so good. That's right. She wants that good. She is no longer going to be settling for somebody that's going to come in and be whack in bed, and then you think you're going to pump and dump. Nah, if it's anything, single mothers, if it ain't good, they stop you midway and give you the freaking boot.
Boop, boop, boop.
Hey, if they were married
Boop,
for a
boop,
while,
boop.
sex was good, she expects that from you. Like, what the hell have you been doing to where your bed game sucks? Like, we're at this point where men are getting criticized in the bedroom right now. We are. Your bed game better be super duper.
That's
dope.
right.
There is
Tell it.
no reason in
Tell
this
it.
day and age
Tell
where
it.
any man should be whacking bed.
That's
Well,
right.
she's gonna clown you for that.
Clown you.
Single mothers, they kicking you out of the bedroom if you come in with some whack dicky.
Tell
What
it.
you guys are tend to forget
Tell it.
is a lot of these single parent
Tell it.
mothers, they
Tell
were
it.
with somebody who was driven. They had the
Tell it. Okay. Yeah, get online. Tell you what you want to hear. It makes money. Yeah, the same way y'all make Kevin Samuels and everybody else make money off women. Your point is what? Money. That's what these companies mostly cater towards women because y'all gullible. Oh, and some are, and so what? Some of y'all men are just as damn gullible. You just got gullible people. It's not just women. You just got gullible people. You got gullible people. Lots of men, in my opinion, can't handle kids, sick kids, school issues, doctor visits, bringing home that bacon, and cooking it up in a pan, then cleaning up that kitchen, stock those cabinets, etc., etc., and etc. Yes, yes, and yes. Let me finish hearing about him now. Come on now. Let's see
the
what you got.
home, they have the cars, bills were paid for, and guess what?
What?
Yes, the divorce happened. Maybe they had to divide assets,
Mhm.
but she is so used to being with a go-getter that she's not going to commit to somebody who doesn't have any drive.
Tell it.
She literally wants to be with somebody, maybe someone like her ex, but someone better than her ex.
Tell
but
it.
Someone who has the same drive as herself. A lot of these single mothers, they're successful. That's why some of them don't even mind just dating here and there. They have their own money. They have their own life.
Tell it.
They don't need you. Hell, they don't even need your D. They could go buy one now. Plenty of toys.
They
on
got
the
that
market
little
now
rose
if you ain't
down.
been looking lately.
Hello.
But a lot of these women out there, you really want somebody who can get it in, somebody inspirational. Hell, somebody that they can push or somebody that can push them. They're looking for that team again.
Tell
They're
it.
looking for that economic, financial
Tell it.
team again, especially if they want to build something brand new.
Mm-hmm.
You got your own thing. She has her own thing.
Yes, sir.
Can we have our own thing?
Yes, sir.
Can we do something together? Can we build?
Don't
a
get
business?
mad,
Can we build
William.
like a small empire from the ground up. Can we do that? A single.
Don't get mad, William. Damn, that lobster or whatever looked good as hell. What was that? It looked good as hell.
They kick it with no boy. They want a man.
Want a man.
Man.
A man.
Masculine.
Girl.
Responsible. Accountable.
Count
Not
'em.
looking for somebody to take care of her and her children.
That's right.
She already got that.
That's right.
They're looking for somebody who can like own up to their own shit. Somebody who actually takes care of themselves. Because hey, if he looks like he can take care of himself, then he can take care of me. And what I mean, or what she means by take care of me, take care of my needs. Women cannot kiss themselves. Women cannot hold themselves. Women can give themselves orgasms, but it kind of sucks. They want you to do it. And that masculine energy matches her feminine energy. And that is a baked cake. They are not coming up on dudes like that. Yes, once again, we have these platforms out there about the delusional single parent mother at 40, whoop, whoop, whoop. Look, y'all have seen the 40-year-old bags. Y'all seen the danger zone or 30-year-old bags, okay? They're not playing any games. And when they do, they play games on their own terms. They do. But when they come across that masculine man, when they come across that grade A specimen of masculinity, they are going to do anything possible to go ahead and keep that. Sex is not going to be one of them. It's going to be something else, whether, you know, what she's going to use out of her own holster to keep that man. I'm not going to speak for them on what they're going to do. They're going to just let you know. But they're not looking for men who constantly complain or say what they will never date. Because they know they have options. They know they're beautiful. They know they're feminine. They know they're successful. They know they're smart. They know their value.
Tell it.
And just because they have, you know, a child, you know, whether that child is under 10 or they have teenagers, they know their value. And the thing is, we have too many men out there always talking about who they are not going to take care of. Like, what I look like taking care of another man's child. Most of these single mothers tell them that to their face, and they'll be like, I don't need you to take care of jack shit. Because at the end of the day, you're just one of the many men who are blowing them up. So for all you dudes out there that be talking about like they hit the wall, their value is low, she's a baby mom or whatever, they DMs are more full than yours, regardless if you're trying to hit
Tell it.
and quit it or
Tell
even
it.
life it up.
Tell it.
Their options are a whole lot bigger and better than yours. She's not looking for, you know, a super duper Mr. Perfect man. This single parent mother who knows her value is just looking for someone not exactly to match her energy, but she's looking for also someone who she can just build with and even allow to like lead if she trusts him to lead. A lot of you guys out there, we really don't see a whole lot of leadership from a lot of these platforms. But then again, a lot of these ladies are not exactly just hanging out on YouTube, listening to, you know, men complain on platforms all day about single parent mothers and shit. No, they're out there getting the bag.
Get in the
They're out there
bag.
taking trips with their child.
That's right. Stop complaining, damn it.
How many of you guys who was raised by a single parent mother have been on multiple cruises, been on beaches overseas? A lot of these successful women, they take their child out to do that. But anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and take the time to throw that bit out there. I know you guys are going to go ahead and, you know, light up the comments section or unsub, you know, because I may have hit a nerve. But I'm just keeping it real.
He kept
Some
it
of
the
you guys
realest
out
it could
there
be.
really got to be.
We like him, boss lady.
To you know, some of the stuff here. Not all women can.
We like him. We like him. We like him. We like him. Now this one, look at this shit. The motherfucker called us. He called us a goddamn a curse. He called us a curse.
His mama's the curse, though.
He called us a curse. A curse. So I guess a lot of these, if single mothers was all, let me tell y'all something. I'm tired of telling y'all the same thing over and over and over. It's not what you want, it's what God wants. God wanted that God used you to bring that child to life for a reason. God believes in, he don't believe in generations or lineage the way people do. He believes in it the way he believes in it. So your child may not add up to something, but your child had to be born to make your grandchild or your great grandchild. So we don't know where who's going to have the success or not. But that's why all these kids have to be born, because God think of, when you see a child, you got to think of generations. None of us would be here if it was, everything was done the right way. If everybody was married and had just 2 kids, this population would be so much less, and a lot of us would not be here. A lot of us, our parents, great-grandparents, great-grandparents were here because of an affair, or maybe their mother was a single mother. But you go down a couple of more generations, you might got your Beyonce, you might got your Jay-Z, you might have all these stars and all these entertainers, or you may have great authors or great painters. We don't know what generation is going to fall in, but we do know that the kids are here for a reason. It might not be your child, but it's still your offspring. It's still your offspring. You cannot let no man tell you one thing, but God say something else. You don't want to date a woman with kids. You don't want to date a man with kids. That is okay. It's cool. But we're not a curse. A lot of these entertainers and some of these Einsteins, some of these scientists, they 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 only here because people had babies and they became the scientists. They became the this or they became the that. So stop, talking about. I think y'all talking about the mother, but in all reality, y'all talking about the kid. Y'all talking about the kid, and you don't know which. It could be that kid that you let go. That's just like with Kevin Durant, right? His mother wasted a lot of her life because she was raising her sons, and she put all her energy into Kevin Durant and his brothers. She did the damn thing. I need to watch her movie. It's a very good movie with Kevin Durant. But she didn't know when she had that baby, she had that Kevin Durant when she was left out there. She didn't have nothing to do. Then she had to take care of them two boys. And then the man from the basketball, he was playing basketball. He took interest in both of the boys and helped them with the playing the basketball and stuff. Now look. And it's stories after stories after story. That's the same thing. Let me sound like a deadbeat for wanting order. Nobody's talking about order. We don't. You can have order. You can have order you want, William. That's not weird. That's what you want. If that's what you want, go for it. Nobody can say you right or wrong because you want order. That's what you want. So you need to get what you want. But to call somebody a curse, that's just like calling Kevin Durant moms a curse. But I bet you was what wish you was still with her when you see him now. You see a lot of these football players and basketball players and all the scientists. A lot of things happen that scientists can do, a doctor can do. Now them kids had to be born. Them kids had to be born. Rather the mother likes it, the father like it, or your wife may not like it because that could be the side kid. Who knows? But that child had to be born. Remember, every woman cannot have a baby. Some women can't have kids. Some women are barren and wish they could have a kid. But some women have these babies. Some of them have these babies. Some of them they just damn stair steps. But it's still a reason why she has stair step kids. We're talking about reasons why you women shouldn't date men with children, and why I like to keep it even. So, and then is why men shouldn't date single mothers.
If you don't want to be a single parent to someone else's child.
Because I like to keep it even, so both of them have a voice. I like for people to have a voice. Okay, Tamara? And welcome. What are your thoughts on that, Tamara? Are you okay with dating men that have kids? Where is this CO? What is that? Where is this convo step? I don't understand what you're saying. We're just having a regular conversation, but I gotta bring God into this. So I stopped it because God told me to say what I have to say. And kids are meant to be here. From the time of creation, and we are all here. We are all here. Everybody who's born, we're all here because Somebody had a baby. Somebody had some babies. We wouldn't be here. If y'all better be happy to be here. It was a lot of single mothers that got you here. There's a lot of single fathers, because if you're a single mother, that means you're a single father. There's always an excuse. Women never take. What do you want women to take responsibility? How many women have you been with for any failure? And a man raised Kevin and kept him out the streets. Coach our fathers. Stop it. Stop it, William. Stop it. Stop it and stop it. Every time I turn around, women make an excuse. And if they did, so men make excuses too. Men make excuses also. But you should be worrying about your house and you getting in order. Your mind is on women altogether. You supposed to be worried about a woman, the A-N. Why are you worried about the E-N? You supposed to be worried about you having a one woman having order in your house. That's what you should be worried about. Not what all women not having excuses. I mean, the stuff y'all be writing, y'all don't understand how childish that is. I'm not worrying about the whole men as a group. I'm worrying about one man, the one man that I'm with. I'm worrying about that one, just one. I'm only dealing with one man. I ain't dealing with the whole damn men, all the men in the world. Sounds like he has pain. Oh, he got pain. Yeah, William got pain. William, you in pain. Okay, now let's see what this man says. 5 reasons why single mothers is a curse. Let's see what he got to say.
Back at you again with another one. And today, what I wanted to talk to you guys about is why you should never ever date a single mother. Now, here I came up with about 5 reasons why you shouldn't date a single mother, and they're in no particular order. So, my reason number 1 is she's made bad choices and has bad judgment skills.
Whoa.
So, when I say this, like, first, I want to start out by saying that I'm not mentioning any widows. Like, I'm sure there's females out there who had a relationship with a guy where he passed away for whatever unfortunate circumstances that caused that to happen. I'm not speaking about them, but some of these reasons do apply to them, just not necessarily the bad choices and bad judgment, because
Hey,
I don't
Zara.
know how that relationship was going before that happened. But moving on. So, as far as her making bad choices and having bad judgment skills,
Oh, wow.
she's a single mother. You know, she's not with her kid's father anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Chances are, when you look at the marital statistics, about 80% of women, they initiate the divorces. So it's definitely a majority of females that initiated the breakup, whatever the case may be. So, having a child, whatever petty reasons, females are emotional. So whatever petty reason it may be, I'm sure it was the female that probably just initiated the breakup. And also, some of the men that these females have their first child with, they're the quote unquote bad boys. These females
You
like
know
going.
what? Y'all getting redundant with this bullshit. Y'all getting really redundant. Oh. Y'all getting redundant. It's like y'all all saying the same shit, yo. Here we go. It was probably the woman who messed it up. You not in every woman, are you? Do y'all go around knocking on people's doors every single body door and saying, hey, who's the problem here? The man or the woman? Why y'all don't need to be speaking on anything when men created the world you speak of? No, you came out our coochie first. You came out our coochie first, William. Wasn't you didn't come out the coochie? If you had, so we did the creation. We brought you to life. We had to squeeze that big ass head out of. We did that. Okay. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Y'all too ahead of yourselves. We can speak all we want because we pushed your ass out. We didn't plan B, y'all kids. We didn't plan B. We didn't A, B. We didn't do none of that. We went through so we can talk. Y'all can't create nothing without being born. And if you're worried about one man, wrap this show up. You can keep your thoughts to yourself. No, I cannot. And worry about your home, weird stuff, double speaking, or drunk or something.
Oh my goodness. You know what, William? Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. You have you need friends, you know, you really need attention because you didn't came over here and act like we sitting in your living room pointing at you or something. Are you serious?
He needs a friend.
He is very...
No, it's just that we're full of life. We ain't nobody drink here. I'm just full of life. I'm just full of life. And I'm going to stay full of life. I'm going to stay full of life. Nobody ain't double speaking. I'm giving
don't worry about your own
point of view. I'm giving a man's point of view. I'm letting the men speak. And then when the man speak, and then I speak too. So I'm really so I'm really not double speaking. I'm triple speaking. Get it together. I'm triple speaking. And y'all worrying about and I drank coffee. That's right, Nick. If she drank coffee, if y'all worrying about one man, wrap this show up. The hell I will. You should keep your thoughts to yourself. Absolutely not. And worry about your home. My home is good. My kids are ground. I ain't got to worry about my home is good. My home good.
We're speaking in general of young women that have to deal with men like you.
And worry about y'all home weird stuff. Ain't nothing weird going on. Y'all mad because everybody ain't fucked up. That's why y'all men be mad. Because everybody ain't fucked up. Y'all want females to be fucked up. No, we're not. Some are. Some are.
The young women are making it. And they single moms and they're striving. Their kids are going to college. They're doing great without you.
These men is mad because a lot of these women, if they have sons, they mad because, you know, women don't play around with their sons. They know their son gonna come first. And number two, they mad because if they are not a good man, that son now grows up to be a man. So when that child is at its peak of, you know, of his body, where he's old enough where he can fight, and you're going lower, so that child now has more strength than you. You might get your butt whipped. That's what y'all men mad about. 5 adult children. Tell them, Trey. 12 grandchildren, divorced widow, and 5 boy. And like you said, we speak in general. But he just mad because I said this shit is redundant. It's come out of every last one of their mouths. So they mad
somebody's holding him back. Somebody's holding these guys back
Oh,
from giving us affection. They're holding back. Somebody's holding them back from being involved in the family circle. Somebody's holding them back from being a father. But ain't nobody holding them back from hanging out with that homeboy.
And women are this, and I'm just telling you the truth. Well, I'm just telling you the truth too. Shit, what makes y'all truth better than ours? What makes it? What the fuck? These men always, well, I'm telling the truth.
We telling the truth. We showing
Well,
the
so am
truth.
I.
You're showing the truth.
Sure.
You see the truth coming out of these different men and women's mouths. Open your mind.
And it's a shame. Like KS, right? Dude, y'all got to see that man come with an army. And I'll be like, y'all the dumbest mofos I've ever seen. There's nothing wrong with running, supporting somebody and liking what they say and stuff like that. But to be serving a man and don't serve God, we got a problem. We got a problem because God is a jealous God. And if you put that much work into seeing who's putting up his videos and who's doing this and who's doing that, something wrong with y'all. But hey, that's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. But I don't praise. No, I don't give a hell how much I like any female. I ain't calling her my godmother. I ain't chasing behind her. I'm not. Well, you better not use this person's video, or they gonna. What the fuck?
Just looking at the video and talking about it. We ain't taking.
Get off your knees. Damn, get off of your knees already.
Ooh-wee.
I didn't say that. But you said I
I'm
was
gonna get my soup right now.
What?
So I think I'm gonna get my soup right now.
Get off the knees, baby. Get off the knees. Come up for some air. Damn. Come on, I'm double talking. No, I am triple talking. Triple.
For the bad boys, they like giving up most of their good years to the bad boys, and after that, when things don't work out, then that's when they start looking for the nice guy simps. And
Yeah.
and her judgment skills that goes along with that as well. It's they just look at the they just want the bad boys, and moving on to number 2.
Yeah.
It's more than likely she has financial problems.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sure
got
her being a single
problems.
mother, it's a good chance she has her kid's father on child support.
Maybe.
And that's because she needs the system to support her, not only the child, but to support her lifestyle. These females, they don't just use that child support.
First of all, let me explain something to you. First of all, in these days and times, you got to give up the father's name. If that man makes too much, you're not getting the assistance. And it's the public assistance is the one who gets the child, who takes the money. The woman don't have to put the man on child support. The system does, because they're not paying for it anymore. And if a woman needs assistance and she doesn't get assistance, it's okay for a child to go to bed hungry. That makes you feel good. You want to prove a point. I don't see it. Well, she probably get public assistance. She probably have financial. What if she don't have? Y'all men, they don't want you to have public assistance. They don't want you to They don't want you to have financial problems. They don't want you to be independent, and they don't want you to make your own money. Y'all gonna have to make up your mind. Y'all gonna have to make up your mind. Amen, Mary. Amen, Tracy. Let's finish hearing all the things we heard before.
Pour money on the kids. They use that child support money to get their hair done, to pay whatever expenses for their extracurricular activities, and it's just not going to that. And just hanging out with a chick that has kids. I'm sure if anyone has ever done it before, like, these females would always ask you for some shit. They'll ask you for like $40, the typical amount that these females usually ask for. Or they're just in a financial
Hold
bind.
up,
They
hold
probably don't have their
up.
own place. If they
Hold up. Wait. Ah, I love when they come for me. We saying the same thing because y'all don't build no communities, never seen women change no laws. Men gave women the right to vote. So a woman was number one. A woman was always by the man's side, number one. Number two, Coretta Scott, not Coretta Scott. Damn it. What's her name now? I always say Rosa Parks was not the first woman, but the second woman who said that I ain't getting up off this seat. Y'all men never said that. It took a black woman to say, I ain't getting up. Do what y'all may. I ain't getting up. And then they called them Martin Luther King. Rosa Parks set that off. And when the Jim Crow and they was killing up them people down there in Birmingham, Alabama, who do you think stood up and fought? It was not a man. You better do your history, baby. You better go check out more of your history. Black women changed a lot of things. Black women changed a lot of things that we benefit from now. And not only was it for, I think it was 1964, 65, something like that. Forget about the year. When no man stood up in Birmingham, Alabama, it was a girl who stood up. Then it was another girl who stood up. And they said, we going to jail. We are going to jail for our freedom. Then the men came in there. What the heck he mean we ain't changed no laws? You need to do more history. You need to do more history, my brother. I'll pull that video up for you right now if I was not having the show.
And we ain't talking Howard. No, Howard is a troll. So,
and then you know what make it even crazier? Why did it matter? First he says, y'all don't build no communities. Never seen women change no laws. Men gave women the right to vote. First of all, we took it. We fought for it and we took it. We fought for it and we took it. But the difference is when the black man couldn't vote, they was killing up our kids. So y'all can vote. Our houses was getting burnt up so y'all can vote. Our kids, just the hell she did change the law. Just the point of her not getting up out that seat, laws were changed. Y'all just here stirring trouble. Men talk to build up strong women to move the world. Women just talk. Nah. You need more history.
That don't make sense.
It doesn't. Y'all gotta really. If it would not been for Rosa Parks, would the laws have been changed? It wasn't for them kids in Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama. would the Jim Crow law still be in effect? All women did that. Women did that. And we also had y'all back. You know, when they had the freaking bomb, when they bombed that damn church, and the kids got bombed, women held that down. The women was the one saying, I will go to jail, and they went to jail. How dare you? How dare you try to separate the black man and the black woman when we both was treated as a fucking animal? How dare you? How dare I would never disrespect a man, a black man,
Now
and,
he's
and bring up a certain time frame, and bring up a certain time frame where we was fighting for each other. We was getting whipped together, beat together. Our kids was dying. I would never do that. If y'all want to talk about what's going on now, fair enough. Fair. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. But when it comes down to when we both was treated as freaking property, when an animal, a fucking pig, have more rights than a human being, are you crazy? I respect the man and the black man and the black woman. I respect them both. Because we wouldn't be where we at right now if it wasn't for the blood, sweat, and tears that the black man and the black woman had to endure for us to even be here. I would never go back into time like that. I wouldn't give a hoot. And yes, it was a girl in Birmingham, Alabama. Do your research. Check my page. You'll find it. And men and plenty others didn't give up. It doesn't matter. It's not a win or lose. Black people was trying to we was a togetherness. You're trying to say, no, y'all couldn't have done it without the black woman. Sorry. And the black woman could not have done it without the black man. Yeah, I can read it. Just everything you say makes no goddamn sense. Now let me get back to this redundant ass video that we heard 50 million times.
They do that child support money is covering it. Probably don't even have their own car, and more than likely their family is helping her raise that child.
And
because,
Lincoln wasn't the president then, sir.
Some of these females are bums where they're not working.
Lincoln
it depends
changed
how
the war. Lincoln wasn't the president then. Lincoln been dead long time. This happened afterwards. Get it together. Talking about Lincoln did. Lincoln ain't had nothing to do with no Birmingham, Alabama. He was already dead. Stop it.
much they're getting for child support to live off of, but if they are working, then their family is taking care of the kids, and I'm sure when the weekend comes, their family is going to be the ones watching the kids while they go out with their homegirls.
You're probably sure,
So
but
moving
you
on,
don't know.
number
Number
three,
three is what?
it's expensive.
Mhm.
Like dating a single
Yeah.
mother, like if you guys were to go out,
Mhm.
go to a restaurant, go to a
Mhm.
movie, whatever the case may be, not only would you have to pay for her, but let's say you got into some type of relationship, or even if you guys were just dating and things got good where you were comfortable enough to go out with her kids as well, you'll be responsible for paying the bill, wherever you guys go. If you guys go to the fair, the carnival,
What you
just
say, boss
anything,
lady?
go out to eat,
That's what
you
men
would
do.
be responsible for the bill. You're the
What
man.
you say, boss lady?
I said that's what men do. If they take a lady and her family out, you're supposed to take them out. What is this guy crying about?
They all cry about the same thing, boss lady. It's like we really don't give a shit anymore because Like I'm telling women, don't date men with kids. It go the same way. Don't date men with kids. That's it. That's it. But
My goodness.
I still want to hear the same. Oh, this is redundant. Oh, it's financial burden. I'm paying for somebody else's seed. It ain't my seed. Blah blah blah. Blue
Always
blue blue.
complaining about
Blah
spending
blah.
money. Oh, I gotta pay. I gotta pay. What the hell? Even if she didn't have kids, were you gonna be still complaining about paying on date to
But
take her out?
don't forget the new rule. They want the milk and cookies. It said the same night they want the milk and cookies.
Hmm.
They want the milk and cookies. They want the milk and cookies.
For a plate of food, for some McDonald's or something? What is the food?
Mm-hmm.
So it's expensive, man. You
Mm-hmm.
got to pay for the kids. If holidays come around, you know their father is like 50-50. Either the father's around, he's just paying child support, or the father's not around, and you would have to step up to the plate, quote unquote, like they usually say, and
Thank
you'll
you,
have to buy
Tracy.
the kids things for the
That's what I
holidays, their
said.
birthdays. You have to come out the pockets. It's just not you and her. You'll be paying for the kids as well. And moving on, number four, if you build a relationship with her kids, there's always that possibility of her leaving you, which involves leaving with the kids as well. And that'll just cause you to experience double the hurt.
Oh,
So if you were dating this female and you went over to her place, whatever, and you played some Call of Duty with her kids, you played the Xbox, PS4, whatever, and you may open up a little bit, and you don't even have to be that emotional type of person, but it's human nature. If you're hanging around, like especially with kids too, most of us guys, we have that soft part in us where I mean, it's just pretty cool. You playing games with the kids, and you build whatever, however this relationship, whatever level it is, you just build some type of relationship with this child. And if things don't work out, if this female has a change of heart, she'll leave you just like that, snap of a finger, and without thinking, she's gonna take the child with her. So not only will you experience this heartbreak that you had a good relationship with this chick, but it'll be a double whammy. You'll also experience the heartbreak of the relationship being broken with the child. So that would suck.
yeah, that would suck. That's enough for you. William, I don't know what's wrong with William. He's going to say, so Malcolm X and Paul Robeson, didn't I say I love all the men? Because we wouldn't be where we at. It wasn't for their blood, sweat, and tears. William, here go William talking about, yo, it was so stupid what he said. YouTube itself didn't put the meshes up. YouTube itself held the meshes for review. Yo, YouTube itself held it for review. Even YouTube said, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
That was
What?" I'm saying. I'm just saying. When it comes down to them days and times, I respect my the men and the women and what they went through because we would not be here today. I didn't say who riled women and heads off with the men. They did it together. They did it together. That's the reason why y'all men keep saying we're traditional women. No, they was fighting too. And even if y'all is right, who cares if you right? No, I don't give a damn. Be right out of my face. Ay, ay, ay.
Hello there. Hey. What's up? Well, our date got canceled and I was just thinking maybe I should have dinner alone. It's the sacrifice I have to make to be a part of a great family. I don't believe in sacrifices, especially if it benefits only one party. Sacrifices are made to create a better life for yourself, not to create a better life for trash in human form. If you are making sacrifices in a relationship, then you are with the wrong man and you deserve better. It's like having a drug-addicted friend who keeps knocking on your door for money, but instead he's manipulating you to help pay for stuff the kid needs.
Oh, she got
No
one
man
bottom
would ever
tooth.
look at
I'm
you if you
done
had
with her.
children besides for...
She got one bottom tooth. I can't even look at her. I can't do it. She talking.
Hell no.
You saw it? She had one bottom tooth. That's what she had, with one tooth at the bottom. I'm done with her. I am
They
done
wrong.
with her. I'm done. Oh my gosh, she got one little bottom tooth talking about. Girl, please go on with yourself. Go on with yourself. Whoever did that did not do a good job.
Because can't nobody focus on what she's saying now with that too.
I couldn't. I couldn't. I go back and take her off. Oh my God, that was too funny. Bad enough you animated, but they only gave you one tooth at the bottom? Damn. That's messed up.
And it could possibly work out. It happens. Now, I'm back again with another video just to give you ladies, because I just got a message from one of my dear clients, and they wanted to know, should a woman date a man that has a baby mama? Like, what are the pros and what are the cons, and like what could come out of possibly dating a man with a baby mama? Like, should she do it? Should she not do it? Like, she just doesn't know. So, okay, ladies. So I'm just gonna tell you before I go into my 5 reasons why you should not date a man with a baby mama. You know, I'm gonna just give you ladies just this disclosure as you can date a man that has a baby mama, and it could possibly work out. It happens all the time. You know, it's people that is women that they get with a man. You know, they get together and they get married, and he has a kid, whatever. But a lot of times I have reasons why, and I'll go into this in a second, as to why it might not work out with a man that has a baby mama. Like if you're a woman that doesn't have any kids, I would recommend that you date a man that doesn't have any kids. But I mean, you could date a man that does have a kid, but just beware of these 5 reasons why you should not date a man that has a baby mama.
Her boyfriend killed himself. She was telling him to do it. They've opened an investigation into your connection with the death of Conrad.
So if you're not ready for these 5 reasons why, then you probably shouldn't date a man that has a baby mama, because these are the 5 reasons why you should not date a man that has a baby mama. Okay, number one is they might still be messing around, right? Mm-hmm. So if sometimes, a lot of times, ladies, when a man is still dealing with his baby mama, they still be messing around from time to time, and sometimes they use the kid as like an excuse to see each other. Like they'll say like, hey, I want to spend the night. The man might tell her, oh, I want to spend the night with my baby mama because I just want to be there with my kid. My kid, it's always about the kid. I want to spend the night with my kid and stuff like that. Like, but it's like, why you gotta spend the night with your baby mama if your kid, like, why your kid can't come to you? Why you gotta go over there? Like things like that, So they might still be messing around, like, using the kid as an excuse, or they might still be messing around in general, just behind your back. He can still be, sometimes they still got a thing for each other. They still have sex from time to time. They still are involved with each other. They still have feelings for each other. They might not be in a romantic relationship per se, but they still have those feelings for each other. They still mess with each other. They still have sex from time to time. They still talk. They still cool. They still have some type of relationship between each other. That's on an above co-parenting level. Like if they of course they might still have a relationship like if they're co-parenting, but if it's like over that and they're like still messing around with each other, you have to be careful with that. Because a man might still be messing with his baby mama behind your back and you might not even know it. Like, it might still possibly be that, you know, he might still be, you know, going to see her, using the kids as an excuse, you know. Maybe he like, I want to go with my, you know, it's like, I want to be with my family, you know what I'm saying? My family, whatever, you know what I'm saying? In his mind, he might not tell you that he want to be with his family, but his mind, he like, that's my family right there. Like, that's my, you know what I'm saying? So you will always, you know, you won't never be that first priority, because now he's thinking about, you know, his baby mama and stuff, and that whole little situation over there, you know? So he can still be messing around with her. He could be cheating on you behind your back with her, and you wouldn't even know it. Or maybe you might find out one day, but you don't want to have to deal with that, you know? So that's number one. Number two is drama. So when you look at this, a man that has a baby mama is baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, but a lot of times it be baby mama drama, because keep in mind, this woman used to mess with this man. They used to have some type of relationship with each other, right? It's somewhat, not to the somewhat, the baby daddy and baby mama, they used to have a thing for each other. They used to have some type of relationship with each other. They used to, you know, be together, whatever, even if they wasn't like, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, they were still like in a situationship, you know, at least or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So they were still like dealing with each other. They still have feelings for each other. They still cared about each other at one point. So you gotta understand, this woman, you know, a lot of women, they, you know, when they have a baby daddy, you know, and he
On MyHeritage, you can build your family tree and make amazing discoveries about your family history really easily.
Treating the girlfriend better than her, you know, y'all see it all the time. You know, the baby mama get mad, like, how he gonna treat this woman better than he treated me, and I'm the baby mama, and I'm this and I'm that, but then he get with her, and now he cashing out on her, he buying her Chanel bags, he treating her right, he flying her out to different places and taking her to different places and buying her things and doing things for her and always with her and telling. And they always posting on Instagram, and they always hugged up, and they always so happy together and shit like that. But then me and him, we wasn't like that, you know. So she could be bitter. So she might try to break y'all up because she bitter, because she jealous, because she mad, and now she might try to sabotage the relationship. She might try to, you know, take him away from you. Now it's a competition. You know, a lot of women are like that. A lot of women, they get bitter. They're like, oh, well, I can't have that happen. She thinks she that girl. She thinks she does it. That I can still have him if I want him. And then, you know how a lot of women are. They're like, I can still have him if I want him. Anytime I get ready to have him, I'll take him away from you. I'm the baby mama. He gonna come to me. You know, so. You know, so you know it's drama. It's drama. She might be calling your phone, hey, you know, trying to get in your head. You know, she might be DMing you on Instagram. She might be hitting you up, trying to taunt you, trying to flex, trying to yeah. You know, trying to provoke you. You know, trying to basically say like, yeah, you know, let her presence be known. Like I'm here in my place and I'm not going nowhere. You know, I'm the baby mama and I can't go nowhere. So, you know, hey, you're gonna have to deal with me or else, you know, or you know, I'm not, or you can't take him away from me, because you know, so you gotta be careful about that drama. Now y'all might get into a fight. Now she might come to you as a woman, she might be trying to argue with you, she might be trying to pull up on you, trying to fight, trying to, you know, and cause some ruckus with you, trying to, you know, be all up in your stuff and trying to, you know, stuff like that. So it's like, do you want to deal with it? I'm gonna ask you as a woman, do you want to deal with that baby mama drama? Like, do you want to deal with the baby mama like mad as hell, bitter, you know, jealous, you know, so she gonna try to break y'all up or try to get in his head, or she might, I'm not gonna say she might make him cheat, but she might basically tempt him. She might tempt him to cheat on her with you, on you with her, because she might be like, well, I know if I give him this pussy real quick, then shit, you know, he ain't gonna turn it down because he had took it so many times. So shit, he ain't gonna turn it down. So a woman might feel like that, you know, and if he's a strong man, then you know he won't. But a lot of men, you know, they might not turn down, you know, that, you know, if his baby mama throwing it at him, they might not turn it down. They might be like, well, shit, you know, hey, you know, so it might be that drama. So you know what I'm saying? Just all that, you know. So you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that. So that's number two. Number three is he still loves her romantically. Now that's a little different from number one. Number one is like when I say number one was they might be messing around. Now when I say messing around, I mean like they might still be cool with each other and stuff like that. They might still be smashing behind your back, still having sex behind your back. That's more physical when I meant by that. But this is more like emotional. Number three, when I say he still loves her romantically on a romantic level, that means that she holds and forever will hold a place in his heart to where he really is romantically in love with her. Like he might love her because that's the mother of his child. He might still love her. Yes, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with loving the mother of your child, but a romantic love for her is different. Like he can have love for her, but a romantic love for her, he's still thinking about her, or he still wants to be with her, or he still thinks about the time they used to have, or he can't get over her, or stuff like that. If he's not over his baby mama, then he can never move on with you, because you're basically like the rebound girl, because until maybe him and his baby mama, they didn't work out or whatever, and maybe he messed up or whatever the case is, and now he's always thinking about his baby mama, like, damn man, I miss her, man. I miss what I had. I miss I should have never messed up. I should never cheated on her. I should never did this. I should never did that. But now I got this new girl, and she just kind of filling that void until shit. I guess my baby mama moved on, so shit. I guess I ain't got no choice, but I still want to be with my baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So a man might be like that. He might be like, when I still want to be with her, he might still think about her. And this is all emotional. So he can't never fully love you because he's too busy thinking about her. You know what I'm saying? So that's number three. Number four is, does he take care of his kid? Like outside of the baby mama, what about the kid? Does he take care of his kid, or does he not see his kid for real? Stuff like that. Is he not involved in his kid's life? Is he not because this is the question that you have to really, really, really ask yourself. If a man cannot take care of his kid, his own flesh, his own flesh and blood, how is he going to take care of you?
I don't know, Jay.
If he cannot love his own flesh and blood, how can he truly love you?
That part is so true.
Outside of the baby mama in their situation,
that is so true.
His child, his seed.
That is so true.
How can he love you as a woman if he can't love his own flesh and blood? Mm-hmm. And then going to if y'all two ever have a kid, how is he going to treat your kid?
Exactly.
If he already not in his one kid life, then how? Then 9 times out of 10 he might not be in your kid life. So do you want to be another baby mama?
I said that earlier.
Or what? You know what I'm saying?
I said that earlier.
A lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of women.
I'm sorry, but I said that earlier. Y'all women better get on code. If you date a man with kids, it's gonna turn into it being multiple baby mamas. Multiple baby. Yeah, the same way they say do not date women with kids, do not date men with kids. The same way they say we shouldn't marry them, or they shouldn't marry them. Now, that same rule don't apply when you're a certain age. When you're a certain age, a lot of these people who speak like that, they think a lot of their audience must be really young and got really young kids. Because there's no way you're talking to an older woman. An older woman got kids in college, living on their own. Some of their kids packed up and moved in another state. You find love when you can get it. A lot of their kids, you ain't got to worry about their kids. You ain't even really got to see their kids. So I guess that depends on the age bracket. But if it's from the younger bracket and they got younger kids, no. He should have married that woman. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And let's go. But he's absolutely right.
you know, they don't see this sign. This is a big red flag that he don't take care of his own kid. So how can he take care of you and y'all potential kid? Because if you have a kid with this man, it's a chance that he might not take care of your kid if y'all ever don't work out or anything happen or anything. You know what I'm saying? He might be out your kid's life. Now you just another baby mama to add on to his list. You know, so you know, like I said, you know, that's a big red flag. Does he take care outside of the baby mama?
Okay. JR says, I have 3 kids with my ex-wife, and I never considered giving her any ping. Well, you gave it to her enough that she had 3 damn kids. She got 3 kids, and you should have married her. Why you marry her? Y'all want us to get married to our baby daddies. Why ain't you get married to your baby mama? A person with kids mean group deal. Not according to y'all men. Well, why you ain't make the same way they say to us? Why you ain't make it work? I'm only telling you what y'all men tell us. Why y'all didn't make it work? No, us women should not. That's not how y'all say, quote unquote. That's not our seed. Why should we take your kids that don't belong to us? These are not my words. These are the things y'all say to women. Y'all said women with kids is what do they call us? We just saw it, boss lady. A curse. She's your ex-wife, but go back and get her. Go back and get her. Because the men already told the women, the men already told the men, do not date single women. Oh, she not a why? Well, you picked the wrong one, but you need to get back with her because she might not can't get nobody because y'all told her that y'all said that she got kids that men shouldn't mess with women with kids. So now she got to stay by herself. But she wasn't a liability when you was making them 3 daggone kids. Now she's a liability. And why should you be with a new woman and take that's money coming out of her household? So now you got to support 2 households. You got to support the household your wife is in, and you got to support the household that you are in. And now you got to have a woman at the same time. You must have a lot of money. You must have plenty of money, JR. But let me finish this.
What she got going on, and outside of co-parenting and stuff, does he take care of his kid? Is he there in his kid's life? Does he actually want to be a father to his kid? Is he actually a responsible man? Because if he's not responsible in that aspect, how can you depend on him to be responsible with anything else? I'm just saying. Okay, all right.
Well, you got some money.
Number 5 is you might come second to the baby mama. So, you know, this man might be willing to drop everything, anything, whatever the baby mama want, because, you know, that's his baby mama. You know, that's the mother of his child. Yep. So you got to be prepared that you might come second. Yep. You might drop everything for her because that's the mother of his child. You know, so that might mean leaving you on a back burner. And
is there
and doing something for her. Maybe if his baby mama's sick, maybe if you sick and she's sick at the same time, he might go get her some medicine before he gets you some medicine. You know, for example. And I mean, if you okay with that, then that's that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times that might be the case. He might take care of his baby mama more because she may have priority over you. She might have seen, you know, she might be like more because, you know, she been there. She a baby mama and stuff like that. So she might be seeing like, okay, you know, hey, that's my baby mama. I'm with her. You know, she's the mother of my child. So, you know, she got to come first because that's my child mother. That's my son or my daughter's mother.
Well, you got kids.
I have to put her
first
because that's the mother of my children, you know? And then, you know, she's always going to be the mother of my children. And you're just a girlfriend and you can come and go. you know, if you a girlfriend, you might leave or whatever, but she always gonna be my baby mama. So shit, you know, that's what that is. So
he's 100% right. But I'm sorry, Jay. Y'all should never have said to us, y'all should never had all of these videos stating don't date women with kids. So now we're not dating men with kids. So I'm sorry. You sound like a great guy, but I got kids. So you can't date me because I got kids. I'm not saying we're dating. I ain't saying that. And now you shouldn't have a date because you got 3 kids. You got more kids than me. So, hey, y'all the one said it, so we agree. And I really mean this. I really mean this. I really mean it. I don't care. Unless y'all date it. When y'all start dating women with kids again, we'll date men with kids. It's my last one. I want to see what he got to say.
This is Coach Greg Adams, and I'm back in here with the Ask Coach Greg Adams channel. Shout out to the Coach Gang, and if you have any questions, hit me up at askcoachgregadams@gmail.com, and go ahead and subscribe to all my other channels. You see them there on the main page. Anyway, this question is from RM, and his questions are: can you give us some much needed advice to guys about living within your means and budgeting? We can learn a lot from this virus shutdown. We as men have the nature of logic, routine, and structure, whereas women thrive in drama, chaos, and mentally and emotionally feed on it like a thirsty vulture. And then he says, can you expand on this when it comes to men and women? And do you think this Rona situation carries on? Women will start hitting the oh crap button and revert back to accepting a less dominant role domestically and socially, or has society just mentally effed up women and there is no hope? Thanks for all you do, and thanks for your question, RM. Let's talk about a few things right now. And this is important right now if you're in a lockdown situation.
People with kids should date each other. Now that sounds like a compromise, Stephen Price. That sounds like that sounds more like an even Steven. I agree with that. And Jay, I was just joking with you. Please don't take what I said serious. I'm joking. But when y'all men say it to us, y'all not joking. Y'all not joking at all. Y'all really mean it. But Steven, that sounds good. Especially when you old and all y'all kids are out the house and it's just you and him. Hey.
If you're in a quarantine situation right now, it is easy for you to get lulled asleep. Now I can go on and expand on that for a whole hour, because there's a lot of people right now sitting around looking at their phone or social media, scrolling, playing video games, listening to music, making TikTok videos, all right, messing around on YouTube, and they're not putting in the time that they need to make the master plan to get out of the situation that we're about to head into. Guys, it ain't going to get no easier here in the next few weeks. It's going to get a little more difficult. It's going to be tighter. And the world that you're going to enter in after this so-called clears up is not the world that you left. All right. When we left here in February, in March, early March, all right, that is going to be a dramatically different world when we come in here. So if you're not prepared for that, if you're rolling in sleep, if you're waking up at 10 o'clock a.m., and just because you're shut down in quarantine, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Right now, this is your time to make the difference in your life, because there's going to be a lot of more people sleeping. All right. We call them sheeples. There's going to be so many people sleep that they're not even going to be ready for this new reality. Guys, I've been talking about this for a long time. The barbarian is at the gate. And I don't even know if this is the big barbarian. This is a barbarian, and they are going to alter society. What's going on, everybody?
Say it's all right.
This is Coach Greg Adams, and I'm back in here with the Ask Coach Greg Adams channel. Shout out to the Coach Gang for being here. And check out my 3 books, The 52 Things, Free Agent Lifestyle, and The Evolution. The links are in the description box below. Also, check out the link to my new apparel here at the Etsy store. All of my apparel is moving back to Etsy. And we got new apparel here ending up with our winter catalog. It's only going to be available for a little while longer. And we got hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, and all of that stuff. And then we'll be moving in the spring and summer before it gets hot. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Anyway, let's get into this one. This question is from JM out in India. He says, I'm a heavenly angel. All right. He's asking about what to do to stop thinking about female nature all the time. Oh man, the classic female nature. I appreciate this question, man. Shout out to you. And you've always asked some good questions, and you ask a lot of them, and I got a lot of answers for you. Anyway, let's get into this one. This one's a good one. Well, what happens is a lot of guys come over to this particular sphere, all right, and they learn a lot of what they call female nature. And a lot of guys are pretty much scientifically breaking down how women operate, how they are. And they're trying to get you to understand that a lot of things that they do are not necessarily malicious. They're doing it for survival. And a lot of times, you know, since they can't punch anyone in the nose, they can't really beat someone up, they're less likely to use physical violence against men or anyone else to protect themselves. They often will hide behind men who have security. So therefore, they're going to be hypergamous. All of these scientific terms that you hear to explain women and their behavior. Now, I always make sure I let people know that their behavior isn't necessarily good or bad. It is just basically manipulation for survival. See, we do these things too. We do things to survive, and then people may call them malicious. They may make them illegal. They may call them manipulation, and then we're kind of framed as bad people. But truth be told, you got to do what you got to do to survive. A skunk has to spray someone with their nasty glands, right? Their gland, and have to release that funk of 40,000 years in order to survive, or else they'll get eaten up. Now, is the process pretty? It is not. However, they got to do what they got to do. Anyway, when it comes to women, a lot of the things that we learned about them up front weren't necessarily what we learned about them when we experienced them. So we were told sugar and spices, everything nice. They're all nice girls. Not all women will do that. Believe all women and all these things until we run into a situation where women be lying every day. All right. You get up in a situation where you get manipulated. All right. And you get dragged into a situation where she becomes the victim, and she victimizes you, and she stabbed you in the back. Meanwhile, she was framed, she looks at it where she was the victim in the situation. She had to protect herself. So these situations happen all the time, and therefore we're learning these things, and it's difficult. A lot of people get angry. A lot of people can't move past this. They get enraged. So the question is, when do you move past that? How do you stop thinking about that? Number one, I always tell you, develop a philosophy for yourself and understand that what you really want in this world. I'm going to tell you what you really want. You want a good piece of peace leave when you actually desire it. Not having to jump through hoops and hurdles to get to it, to hope you can get it. So if you could get it on the platter, you would actually not worry about this stuff. You also want peace, quiet, and freedom. And oftentimes you trade peace, quiet, and freedom for what? A piece of peace leave. All right. So then it gets into a situation where you can't forget about female nature. Or it's a situation where you're like, I'm not willing to give up my peace, quiet, and freedom, but I want some peace leave, and there's a conflict there. So then you can't forget about it again. So ultimately, then you're frustrating yourself. You're getting to this period of frustration. And this is what I want men to know, that you first have to seek the things that you really want. And then peace leave is a dessert. Peace leave is always secondary. Now, it's primary in your biological functions, but the reality is it's pretty much secondary. And many of you guys are trading what you really want, and then you're having to give it over for a couple of pieces of peace leave. When it becomes a situation where you're completely enraged, you're stuck in what they call the RP rage. You're stuck in a situation where you can't look at women in a healthy way, meaning you can't see them for what they are. You want to see them for what you want them to be. Then you're going off the deep end. When you constantly have to get this information to reinforce your belief in women in order for you to keep being angry with them, then you need to probably give it up. All right. But now I got to a place of peace. I got to a place where I understand, hey, look, it would be nice to have a nice little feline, young junior college girl laid up in here with her pretty feet all up on my furniture. All right. It would be nice, but is it worth the trade-off? Is it worth me giving up what I want in life in order to get that? And in my opinion, no. There's not going to be a time in my recent history, where I'm going to be willing to do that. So in essence, I can't be mad at them. I got to look at myself and say, hey, they are who they are. I'm not willing to risk that in my life. Peace, quiet, and freedom, the ability to travel, the ability to do what I want on my time schedule is much more important than having that. Therefore, I can live with my choices and I can still enjoy women for who they are, right? I don't look at them and say, man, this is who you are. I wish you were better. Or I wish you were not who you really are. I wish you were like they portrayed you to be. I wish I could pull out your chair and you reward me instead of going, you're such a good man. I wish you could reward me with loyalty, honor, respect. Cherish me, all right? Have my back. I wish you could be my ride or die. But no, normally I have to go through a whole bunch of other things that I'm not willing to put up at risk. So this is what happens with men. This is what happens with men. Now just kind of cap it off. You learn about women through fairy tale and mystery. In order for them to stay mysterious, you got to believe at some particular point you're going to hit some sort of lottery with them in which she's going to be your companion for the rest of your life. That ship is sailed. Okay, but you're going to get some good time out of them. And then at some particular point, you're going to understand who they are. Someone's going to instruct you to who they are, not what the media or the world presents them to be. Or you'll have experience with 1 or 2 or 3 or 50, and you'll say, damn, not one of them were any different. And then at some point, then you can start moving on and have what you want. When you reach that level, then you can have and experience women for what they have to offer. And then when you want to go back and retreat or go back and do whatever you want to do with your freedom, you want to have peace and quiet, you can have that too. See, you can have your cake and eat it too. But what men do is they want to have their cake and eat it too, participating with women, trying to get them to conform and mold them in the way they want them to be in from the past. And then they want to also be around here messing around and manipulating them. And this often leads to frustration and situations where they're trying to fix women or at least tell them how they want them to be, and they can't mold them the way they want them to be. So that's going to lead to frustration. Anyway, we don't want frustration. We want good fun times with them. And ladies, bring on the good fun times around here and go ahead and send me a couple feet pictures while you're at it. You know, you guys know how I like it. Have an arch, put some lotion, and get the back of that heel, you know what I mean? And shave off the side of that bunion. All right, you know what to do. Send them to the coach. Anyway, man, shout out to the Coach Gang, and we'll be back in here with more videos. And I'm out. Peace. I'm not willing.
So we will be having, okay. All right, Tracy. Yeah, we all get ready to get off this pop-up. When I was growing up in my teens, most of the local girls was getting knocked up and a few by the guys from Detroit. So never had a chance to create a family. So I just joined the Army. Beautiful. Is he saying she is not your girl? It's just your turn. I don't know, JR. I don't know. I had to step out my seat for a second. So I didn't hear it. I don't know. But what I am going to say, I really don't know. What I really would say is that I hope that us Black women and men, we are all we got. Hopefully, we learn to respect one another, you know, respect each other's choices. Like I said in the beginning, don't let the independence fool you. Don't let it fool you. Women don't mind. Women don't mind if you leave. I don't care how independent she is, how much money she make. We don't care if you leave. If you're the one that can make the better choices, do it. Do it. do it. All this bashing stuff, but we still gonna go more into these at nighttime. We're gonna go more into these type of videos. And if anybody would like to come up, they can come up. But I'm really not for the bashing. I'm really not for the bashing. The women, we could do that all day, but none of that makes our community as Black people get no stronger. Women being submissive, women that does not make our community, what Black folks really need, get any better. Sometimes you need them 2 incomes to grow in these days and times. Some rents are outrageous. Some mortgages is outrageous. Taking care of kids without no type of assistance is outrageous. You know, whatever floats your boat. Don't listen to nobody when it comes down to you picking your mate. Whatever rules and regulations you guys come up with, as long as y'all are respectful to one another, hey, do whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. But you got some men that come on here and they always want to make it more than what it is. Like, you can't say nothing. I'm going to say something. They swamp your damn timeline with a bunch of bullshit. I'm like, what? Maybe some girls do it to the men, but this is crazy. But we will be continuing to do more of these videos. Don't worry about it. But I wish you all a good night. Boss Lady, 9, 10, 11. 10, 11, 12. 11, 12, 1. Well, it's still not too bad for you, Boss Lady. I see y'all guys in the morning. Peace out. Thank you.